Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my online class. I am Roxana Chaudhary, Assistant Teacher, City Government Girls High School, Chattogram. My dear learners, today I hope you all of you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine, and I hope you are staying home and stay safe. Now today I am going to teach you English second paper from English second paper book, and its English grammar and composition book, and we will start unit we have already started unit 3, but we haven't finished. So today we are going to learn unit 3, lesson 6 and 7, present perfect tense and past continuous tense. Okay, my dear students, before going to the text, I am giving you some examples. Please open your book, page 26. Some examples like, I have done my homework. Can you please look at it? So I have marked have done. So you should notice number 2, one of our friends has joined the inter-district debate competition. So I have marked, I have underlined in the has joined. So I hope by this time you have understood what we are going to read today, and yes, it's past, it's present perfect tense. Okay, at first we will know what is present perfect tense. Okay, my dear learner, now we will know what is present perfect tense. Generally, present perfect tense expresses the completion of an action by now. That means it means the end of an event or end of an action. It has some characteristics, that means it has some specialities. That is, this tense is not emphasizing when the action took place. That means this tense is not expressing about when the action is happening or happened. Number 2, this tense is only interested in the present state of completion, that is, its effects on events now. That means this tense interests also the latest condition of an action. So this tense must never be used if we state or suggest a definite time in the past. My dear learners, I hope you will write it down in your exercise book. It will be helpful for you for better understanding. Okay. Okay. Now, my dear learner, we will see the structure of present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is equal to present tense of have plus past participle form of a verb. That means, I hope you know the verb is have or has. Okay, now we will do the structure of present perfect tense in details. In affirmative sentence, we will follow this structure. That means subject plus have or has plus verbs past participle plus extension. Then I am showing you some examples. She has eaten a mango. So here is she is the subject, and according to the person we are using has. So she has eaten. The main verb is eat, and we have uh, using the past participle form of eat. So here is she has eaten a mango. And another example is they have eaten a mango. Is in the same structure we have done. Then in short form, if we want to write it in a short form, we have to write it in this way. She has eaten. She has eaten a mango. They have eaten a mango. Okay, my dear students, I hope you will write it down in your exercise book. Please write it down. My dear learners, now we will see negative form. Negative form, the format is, the structure is subject plus have or has plus not plus verbs past participle plus extension. Then the example, we will see the example. The example is she has not eaten a mango. So here is she is subject and has, according to the now person we have changed here. So we have written has. She has not. Not. There is also not. Verb past participle. So eat. Eaten is past participle. The verb eat. So we have used eaten. So the example is she has eaten a mango. Marking eaten. Then in the same way we will write they have not eaten a mango. They have not eaten a mango. My dear learners, I hope you are writing it in your exercise book. You should write it down. So in short form we will say she hasn't eaten a mango. Hasn't. Okay, hasn't eaten a mango. Same way, they haven't eaten a mango. Okay. Then we are going to interrogative form. In interrogative form, we are using has or have plus subject plus verbs past participle plus object, and then at the end of the sentence we have to put question mark. Okay, because it's it's interrogative sentence, so we must use interrogative question mark. And the example is has. So here has comes, it has been changed, and we have put has here. Has she, and we are putting subject after the verb. So has she eaten? The verb will be must be in past participle form. So has she eaten a mango? And then the another one is have they eaten a mango? Okay. Now I am going to the negative form. In negative interrogative form. In negative interrogative form, we will use has or have plus subject plus not plus verbs past participle plus extension and then question mark. Okay, now let's see the example. Has she not eaten a mango? In the same way, have they not eaten a mango? And then in short form, if we want to write it in short form, we have to write hasn't. Hasn't she eaten a mango? And then if we write it down using have, so haven't they eaten a mango? Okay, now my dear students, now I hope the structure of present perfect tense is now clear to you. Now we will again we will go to the text and we will do some task, okay, or activity. Okay, my dear learners, now we will come to page number 26 and we will do the activity. Now look at the following sentences and fill in the blanks with verbs with appropriate forms of the present perfect. Number 1, look at the book. Please open your book. Have you opened it? So I am giving you the answer. The answer will be have you opened it? So here is we have used present perfect tense. Number 2, wow, it's a wonderful piece of drawing. Who draw it? So the answer will be who have drawn it. Okay, then number 3, excuse me, teacher, could you please repeat what you have said just now? Okay, what you dash or say just now. So the answer would be could you please repeat what you have said just now. Number 4 answer will be I am very worried about my homework. So the answer will be I haven't finished it yet. Okay, number 5, there is a big museum in the city. The answer will be have you been there? Number 6, please tell me what exactly you dash done and what is yet to be done. So the answer will be obviously please tell me what exactly you have done and what is yet to be done. So my dear students, I think now present perfect tense is clear to you. and you will practice it in your home also more and more, and then you will learn more and more. Okay, now we will go to the next lesson. Okay, my dear students, now we are going to learn past continuous tense. And at first I am giving you some examples from your textbook. I was not listening to you properly that time because of traffic noise. So we have used was not and listening. So we have used was and were according to the person, and we will add uh, ing with the main verb listen. Okay, then in the next examples, her English was improving a lot after some tutorial classes. So here is also was improving a lot. Okay, now there is a note here. Any action that was happening at a certain time in the past is put in the past continuous tense. Here is the form. We have a form that means subject plus was plus where plus main verb plus ing plus extension. So we have seen I, subject here is I, and was we have to use was or where. So we have used here was, and because it's negative, so we have used not, and we have used main verb listen plus ing. So we have add ing with listen and the extension to you properly. Okay, now we'll go to the details form. Okay, my dear students, now we'll do the structure in details. In affirmative, we have the structure will be subject plus was or where plus verb plus ing plus extension. So we will write the example will be they were playing football. Then another example is she was making tea. I hope you have understood. In negative sentence, we will do subject plus was or were plus not plus verb plus ing plus extension. And the example will be they were not playing football. She was not making tea. In short form, we'll write in this way: they weren't playing football. She wasn't making tea. And then in interrogative sentence, we will follow this structure: was or were plus subject plus verb plus ing plus extension and then question mark. Because you know it's interrogative sentence, so we have to use question mark. So the example will be: were they playing football? Was she making tea? Okay. Now in short form, in interrogative negative short form, we will write the structure will be wasn't or weren't and plus subject plus verb plus ing plus object, and at the end there is a question mark. So the example will be: weren't they playing football? Wasn't she making tea? Okay, so my dear learners, I hope this past continuous tense will be better understood by you. And I am giving you some exercise. Okay, not giving you that, I am giving you the answer. Number B. Look at the book page 28. B. I am giving you the answer. Use the past continuous form of the verbs in the following sentences. Number 1. The sun shine when we went out. So the answer will be the sun was shining when we went out. Number 2, when you came, I write. So the answer will be when you came, I was writing. Number 3, my brother asked me, why didn't you receive my call? I sleep then. So the answer will be why didn't you receive my uh, why didn't you receive my call? I was sleeping then. Number 4, when the teacher came to the class, all students stand up. So the answer will be When the teacher came to the class, all the students were getting on, or all the students were standing up. Number 5. The bus started while some passengers get on. So the answer will be the bus started while some passengers were getting on. Number 6. The boy took another piece of cake when the mother not looked. So the answer will be the boy took another piece of cake when the mother was not looking. Okay. Number 7. The teacher asked his students, why make a noise in the class? So the answer will be, why were you making a noise in the class? Number 8. We have dinner when electricity went off. So the answer will be, we were having dinner when electricity went off. Number 9. The boy jumped off the train while it moved. So the answer will be, the boy jumped off the train while it was moving. And the last one, number 10. Who talked there when I knocked at the door? I called my sister. So the answer will be, who was talking there when I knocked at the door? I was calling my sister. Okay, my dear students, that's all for today. I hope you have understood what I have said, and you will practice it in your uh, home, and you will see more and more grammar books, and you will know more rules regulations from these tenses. Okay, my dear students, stay fine, stay safe. Bye bye.